Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2021 mid-month general readings. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of August, and this reading is for the air sign of Aquarius. Welcome, everyone. As always, I hope you're all doing well, healthy, and safe wherever you're at. Thanks for taking the time to watch this or any of the videos on my YouTube channel. And thank you as well for all of your likes, shares, hitting that subscribe button, your donations, feedback, comments, reaching out for personal readings. It is all greatly appreciated and welcome. Thank you. So this reading is for Aquarius for the last 2 weeks of August 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Aquarius. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for an Aquarian. Of course, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. So if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them all for any additional insight and perspective. If you find that anything resonates with you enough that you want to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. You can also get that email address from clicking on the arrow below, the description link. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling. So send me a message if you're interested. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what the last 2 weeks of August look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, we begin with a decision, the Two of Wands. And since Wands is governed by the element of fire, the decision is probably on whether to take action in one direction or another, perhaps how to manifest something. With the Hanging Man, someone's either not making a decision, or you're waiting for a decision, or you're taking time to make a decision. For some reason, I don't feel like it's you for most of you, but it might be. You might be waiting on somebody else to make up their mind about something or decide on something. We have the Six of Wands, victory, triumph, success after a challenge, after a battle. It's a card of public recognition, of being publicly visible. Could be winning something or receiving something in a sort of visible public way. Charging ahead. Justice, reaping what you sow. Always a bit of cautionary advice with justice, of being transparent, honest, honorable, ethical. This combination of cards represents, too, that success comes from what you actually choose to do and do. Justice is based on your actual actions, not what you wish, want for, hope, dream for, but what you actually choose and do. I almost feel like some of you might be waiting for someone to make up their mind or waiting for a decision, and then you decide to take matters into your own hands and move ahead because that's how you feel you're going to win or gain victory or gain success or public recognition of some kind. I feel a sense of impatience on waiting for someone. Interesting. We have the Eight of Wands, fast action, movement forward, travel, communication. Sometimes Cupid's arrows, although this doesn't primarily feel like a love reading, but it could be for some of you. With the Hermit. It's like you decide to take matters into your own hands and go off without this person, or maybe they disagree with you, so you decide to move forward on something anyway. The Hermit is a fairly solitary path, right? They've learned a lot, and they use that wisdom and insight that and discernment they've gained from going off into contemplation in order to guide their way through something. But it's a voluntary path, and it is a rather solitary one. And it has a pretty deep spiritual foundation as well. Yeah, it feels like you decide to go your own way or go ahead with something. You get tired of waiting on something or someone, or perhaps somebody else isn't on board with you, or they're hemming and hawing too much, and so you decide to go your own way. I feel like there's another person or entity in this mix somehow. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus is the King of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Showing up as a male because it's a king, but this is a general reading, so it could be a female as well. This is a very solid, stable, reliable person, can be very stubborn, can be very set in their ways. They are the king of earth. It's not you. I don't even feel like for most of you that the king of coins is your energy. It's another specific person that's relevant to you somewhere, somehow for the last 2 weeks of August. Let's clarify the king of coins. The Eight of Wands again, and the Hanging Man again, right? So, two very opposite energies. The Hanging Man is not taking action. It's not moving forward. It's not being the pursuer or the aggressor. It's watching something playing out, possibly waiting for more information, gaining more information, but this is not a card of action. The Eight of Wands, however, is. It's the Eight of Fire. Moving forward, fast movement, communication, travel. So this King of Coins, Aquarius, whoever this person is in relevance to this situation to you, it could be anybody. Again, I don't feel like this is primarily a love reading. It's just not feeling that way to me. It could be a partner. It could be a love partner, a business partner, a friend, a boss, anyone really. But it feels like they are taking their time to make a decision or to move forward or to act on something. And it feels like you may be waiting here. We've got the Two of Wands and the Hanging Man. This is waiting on a decision, waiting for a decision, waiting to take action one way or the other. Clarify the Two of Wands. Okay. The Seven of Cups, considering all the options, perhaps some idealism. This is a dreamy card, daydreaming, fantasizing, building castles in the sky. The Six of Wands, again, victory, triumph. Clarify the Hanging Man. Judgment, again, another card of opportunities, major choices. Judgment usually represents that whichever way you go, that's the way that's going to be set in stone pretty much, so choose carefully. It's a major crossroads. It's a call to action, but it's with the Hanging Man. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is conflict, petty drama, circular arguing, fighting over the same thing. Yeah, it feels like whether this is within yourself or with this other person, there's a sense of waiting and a sense of impatience, and you're thinking, waiting, wondering, hoping, daydreaming while you're thinking about it, and the options or possibilities of how you can move forward to you are, it's all about success and victory and being recognized and being seen. It could be that you're waiting for a promotion or a raise or a bonus or a recognition of some kind, if it's a work career thing. It could be that you're waiting on knowing whether you have travel plans or not, or whether you're going to be traveling or not. Could be you're waiting on a partner. Perhaps you have plans, or you want to have plans to go somewhere or travel or move forward in some way, and you're waiting on your partner to kind of be on board for you. There's a sense of not knowing and a sense of conflict about it, and there might be some arguing about it as well. It feels like the conflict or the the question, the issue here is about the Eight of Wands, which is a card about fast movement and action forward and travel and communication about travel. It's a very action-oriented, aggressive, assertive, forward-moving card. And we have it twice here, but we also have the Hanging Man twice. But I feel like, at least for most of you, that Hanging Man energy is associated with another person. It's like you're waiting, being kind of impatient, and thinking about all the wonderful things this could be, or what you could do, and all of this kind of stuff. And maybe arguing a little bit about, look, why aren't you on board? Why can't you make up your mind, etc., etc. It appears to be the source of the conflict. Now, what area of life this is in, or whether this is a partner, a business thing, this is a general reading. So there's many of you out there, you all have different, unique lives. So how this reading resonates for you may vary in the specific details, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. Come on, let's get going with it, right? Clarify justice. It feels like one person is eager to move forward here, get an answer, do the thing, and the other person's like not, or they don't know, or they're unsure, or they're taking all this time. Because I feel this sense of urgency and impatience. I want to know so I can start making plans, especially if it's about travel, which can be a little squirrely these days. Clarify justice. The Emperor and the Nine of Wands might be Aries energy, an older person relevant here. The Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior card. How much longer do I have to go? I'm tired of waiting. Why can't we get to the end of this? Somebody's feeling very impatient. Clarify the Hermit. This looks like at the end with the Eight of Wands and the Hermit, either you decide to go ahead with your plans and just cut, even if that means you go on your own, or if you're the one taking your time to make up the decision and the impatient one is the other person, then the other person may just decide to go ahead with their plans without you. Clarify the Hermit. It may be that the two of you are conflicted or arguing or going around and around with the other person, and maybe even inside yourself, about whether this is a wise thing to do or not, or whether this is a wise thing to do at this time. Again, that might be related to those of you for whom this might be around a travel issue. Clarify the Hermit. The Hierophant. You know, the Hierophant and the Hermit, both major arcana cards, but they have pretty different energies. I mean, the Hierophant is about convention, tradition, establishment, group energy, you know, doing the same thing that everybody else does because that's the way they do it and that's what makes sense. And the Hermit is a bit different. The Hermit goes his own way. So it's almost kind of like either doing something that bucks convention or doing something that goes against what seems practical or conventional or what everybody else is doing. Particularly if you or this other person that's involved here is like, I don't know if that's a good idea because everybody's saying this and everybody else is doing this, and I don't know if this is a good idea or not, you know. And one of you, it's either you or the other person, in the end just decides to move ahead anyway. That's what it feels like here. Let's end by pulling a card or two for any advice or guidance. Okay, for Aries, we've got the High Priestess and Justice. The High Priestess and Justice, this is straight up a very clear message about, in terms of advice and guidance, this is trusting your instincts and your intuition to do what you feel is best to do. What you feel is the right thing to do, what is the best thing to do, using your intuition, your connection to spirit. Even if, I mean, the High Priestess is not an easy energy to follow because sometimes what you feel is the right thing to do or what you feel compelled is the right thing to do may go against practicality or what everybody else is doing or convention, or it may defy logic. And I don't mean in a bad way. I mean it just, like it might not fit the practical arenas, but you still feel like you feel like this is the right path, even if it's not agreed upon by external environment or external people, because it's what you feel is the best thing to do. And that's a pretty clear way also of saying that for some of you the answer might be yes, for some of you the answer might be no. It's all about what you feel, your gut instinct, not necessarily your head or your surface emotions, but in your intuitive sense, that connection to the divine, doing what you feel is the right thing to do. Truly. Even if it goes against external stuff. Okay, Aquarius, those are your messages for the last 2 weeks of August. I hope that they were helpful and useful to you. Again, if you would like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, maybe you'd like to take a deeper look at something, email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and even more delighted to work with you. You can also get that information by clicking on the description link below. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the September general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, be blessed, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.